Okay, so today we are trying out the Dreo Chef Maker, and I've actually used it a couple times for steak. Turned out pretty good. Today though, I want to try something different. The one thing to realize, it has a really good phone app, and I've been really using the app to do everything. So you can kind of set everything, and then you basically just say send it to the Dreo, then you walk over to the Dreo and you hit the start button. You can't start it remotely, but you can set all the settings and then send the settings to the Dreo. For lunch today, we're gonna do chicken wings. And these are frozen chicken wings, so I hope they turn out okay, but we'll take a seat and we'll see how they do. Okay, so we're sitting here. I don't know exactly which tray that it requires for chicken wings, so I have them both with my chicken wings. And I wanted to do this video as someone that doesn't cook normally. If you are a chef, then you probably know how to do chef things. But if you're like me, easy is good. That's why we want something like this. Here is the Dreo app. I have put it up on the screen here. And you do have to just connect this via like Bluetooth to your Dreo, which mine is. Once you tap on the machine, you'll see you have chef mode, classic cook, probe cook. We're gonna go to chef mode, and we're gonna go up to the top where it says poultry. So one of the things there you will see is chicken wings. Chicken wings. Now, one of the things that I don't know, of course, is if this is gonna be okay for like frozen chicken wings or whatever, but it says about 26 minutes. And then you will see at the bottom that it does say send to device, and that's what we're gonna do. As far as I know, based on this being chicken wings, I'm thinking possibly this one. Again, I'm not 100% sure. It seems like something like this wouldn't work as well as possibly something like this. So I'm using this one. So here's my chicken wings. I'm gonna place them on this little rack. And again, we're not supposed to overdo it, right? So just so I get an idea of how many I can fit on there. You wanna make sure that you have enough room for, I guess, air to get around. So I'm just gonna kinda get these on there. So I ended up getting about 10. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna grab the actual container, and I'm guessing normally you would just do this inside here, but I'm not doing that. The bonus is, because I have this here now, I can probably get a couple more wings in there. Yeah, a couple more wings. There's my chicken wings inside there. I think that's gonna be ample for me. And then I'm gonna go put it in there. Basically, at this point in time, we're gonna hit that send to device. It's gonna just show up on the Dreo, the Chef Maker. That's kind of it. So I'm gonna come over here. Again, this is just a real me kitchen. There's even some like dirty dishes here. That was for breakfast. So that's going in there. You guys can see it, right? It's going in there. Little light. I'm gonna go back to the app, right? Here's the app. And as soon as I hit send to device, you see sent successfully, which is cool. And you'll actually see this now says chicken wings, 26 minutes. It does say water is required. So we wanna make sure that we have water in there, which we do. And simply we're gonna just ensure the tank has water, which it does. And now we wait. See if the chicken wings are good, I guess. All right, I'll be back in 26 minutes. Okay, so it's done. It's done. I do have to say, I really appreciate how the app works. Not only does it do a countdown, like to tell you how long it is before it's done, and this can actually be really nice if, let's say, you are cooking like a steak or pork chops or whatever, you know, and if you're going to be making something to go with it, it gives you this, oh, it'll be about 6 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is. Now, the other thing with this is that it actually shows you on the app kind of what it's doing, right? So it's warming up, it's browning, it's doing all that kind of stuff, which is cool. But as you guys can see here, finished, ready? Again, frozen chicken wings. Let's see. Well, that's pretty good. Those look all right for frozen. I think so. All right, I'm gonna go put some hot sauce, and we'll put these in a plate. We'll give them a try. So I've poured all of the remainder of my Frank's Red Hot on here. It is the extra hot. The one thing for me, and again, it could be one of two reasons. Could have been because they were frozen. Could have been just something that you normally have to do. And I know on my other air fryer, I kind of have to do this too. Even though it was 26 minutes, which the one side was actually really good, I put it in for an extra like 4 minutes. I just kind of flipped all the chicken wings just so that the other side got a better chance of crisping up a little bit. I just put it on air fry mode just to kind of get it there. This is my wing. You guys can see it. There it is. Little hot sauce on it. Oh yes. Here's the thing. Normally when I cook chicken wings in an air fryer, I set it at about 390 and I set it for about 18 or so minutes. But they come out cooked for sure, but they also come out pretty dry. These, I think because they go through different phases where they actually change the temperature and they do some of that little water spray on them so that it helps brown the outside, crisp it up a little bit. The inside is not dry, which is good. I don't know if you guys can see that really at all, but like it's quite good, and it just falls off the bone. Just realize that you have to, or at least for me, I did have to flip and put it on for like an extra 4 minutes. Not a big deal. For dinner, I'm gonna try pork chops, so stay tuned. All right guys, so it's dinner time now, and we went out a little while ago to Costco and got some of these pork chops, and these are pork chops that are like already seasoned. We're going to be using this pork chop. I'm gonna put this all in the bucket, but we'll come back and well actually we'll bring the bucket here, and then what we'll do is we will go into the app to show you. So normally what happens is they are going to tell you a lot of times I think what tray to use, and before even with the chicken wings I don't know if they would have said which one. We're going to figure out which of these is kind of thickest. I think this one's kind of the thickest. Oh, those look good. Take a look, hey? Right? Look at those. Those are looking all right. Get the light out of there. Looks nice. Looks nice. This one does require the probe. So basically what happens is, I'm going to lift this up. The probe goes into whatever is the thickest meat. So I'm going to just kind of put it in this one. You want to make sure it gets in close to the center. There's a little spot here for the probe to go in. I'll throw all this stuff out in a minute. Again, we'll bring up the app here. So we got the Dreo app. We're going to go to chef mode. This time we're going to pick on pork. And these are pork chops. They're just fairly large pork chops. And it says insert the probe roughly 1/2 inch from the bone. Ensure the probe is at least halfway into the food, which it is. Ensure the probe tip is in the thickest part of the food, again, which it is. Now, see here, you get the option. Now, with a steak at the top where it says doneness, you can choose like rare, medium, etc., etc. But because this is pork, it is just has default. You don't get an option. Now you have classic flavor, which they try to make it a little more grilly. But I'm a big fan of this sous vide flavor, because when I did the sous vide, and I don't know about this, but when I did the sous vide on the steak, it was very, very moist, juicy inside, which big fan. And you will kind of see here, like classic flavor usually cooks faster than the sous vide. So the sous vide cooks a bit slower, I believe. So what we're going to do is take this over, same thing. I'm going to tell it to send to the device, and we'll see you once this is done. Alright guys, so 26 minutes later, and it says it's finished. Okay. Oh, that looks good. Hey, look at that. I love how it goes through and actually does like a browning and everything. I only need one for now. Alright guys, once again, because I'm classy like that, it's the only knife I can find. That looks really good. Alright, here we go. You guys, probably hard to see again, but it's nicely cooked, nicely browned on the outside, which I like. Ready? That's actually really good when you think that. That's an air fryer, really. But you can, again, on the app, you can watch the internal temperature, and I looked online and they're like, oh, for pork it should be about 145. 145, boom. So just make sure, I guess, that you get that probe in that thick part of the meat to make sure it's browned It's still got a little bit of juiciness to it. It's not dry. The outside has actually got a little bit of crisp to it. That's alright. That's alright. This is the Dreo Chef Maker. Now, I don't think it's gonna be as good as if you had, let's say, a professional chef that knew what they're doing. But for those of us that have limited time, this was 26 minutes, but it's 26 minutes of cooking. I don't have to think about anything. I don't have to flip the meat. I don't have to check the temperature. I don't have to see if it's burning or anything like that. You may have to put it in extra just in case, but the fact is, I can put that in and go do something else. I know it's going to take 26 minutes, and I can have my app there to watch. I can go continue to work or do whatever, laundry, hang out with the family. Yeah, it's pretty good. You know what? It's not inexpensive by any means for everybody, but if you can afford it and time is kind of, you know, an issue or a limit for you, then something to think about for sure. All right, guys, links down below if you're interested. Tasty. I'll see you guys next video. It's the Dreo Chef Maker. Get one. It's pretty good.